Hey guys, welcome back to IO Builds, and today I will be reviewing LEGO Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. As you can see, we have Bumblebee in his vehicle mode, and I don't think it turned out too bad. Everything is really where it needs to be, and he has like the bigger wheels. The only problem I really have with it is it's very skinny, like really about 2 studs wide skinny, like going at this angle. But I think it turned out really nice, like the front part with the headlights and everything. I know there's not double headlights, but that's the best I could do to make them both fit there. But it actually turns out to be the chest, like in the movie. The doors, they don't turn out to be the wings, which is another thing you'll find in the robot mode, is that there's no wings, which is kind of sad because Bumblebee, his wings are there. It's a Bumblebee. Bumblebees have wings, but not my version, apparently. The headlights, I thought about not doing headlights just because the red and the white didn't really blend in with any of the yellow and black. But I still did them because in the movie, his Camaro looks like almost like a war buggy Camaro, and I think that's the look they were going for. And so that was the look that I'm going for. So here's how it turned out, and I think it turned out pretty decent. For some comparison, here we have Rise of the Beast Bumblebee with Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime from my last video, and I think they scale okay. Of course, you can see Bumblebee's front part and just his stance is wider than the truck from Optimus Prime, but I think it's a pretty decent comparison. Here we have Rise of the Beast Bumblebee with Bumblebee movie Soundwave. I think it scales pretty nicely, but then again, we never really saw Soundwave transform in the Bumblebee movie, but I think they scale pretty well. But that's just about it for comparisons. I don't have any of the Rise of the Beast figures on me right now, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Bumblebee's vehicle mode, so we should get into transformation mode. To start off for the transformation, first we're going to take his back part and lift it up. Also, you can see I elevated the camera because sometimes I feel like I'm not getting the full figure in the camera's shot, so I've got to be careful with that part. And then just angle the doors out. And then next what we're going to do, just take this out a little bit, just wiggle that out, and then turn it around, or spin it around. Then just get it centered up with this chest piece there. Next, what we're going to do, we're just going to angle and slide the leg pieces out like that. That one keeps popping off because it is using a loose grabber brick. And then we're just going to angle his ankle and his foot down. And yes, the tires do become feet. I know I've thought about the tires on my Bumblebee always becoming feet, even though it shouldn't work. It should always be his ankles, but I guess they're his feet now. Next, what we're going to do, we're just going to take the chest pieces down like that. And then what I like about this, you can actually angle it, but before we do that, we're just going to slide these tire pieces up and then angle his chest plate in. Like that for the authentic Bumblebee look. And then next, we're just going to take the arms from the back hinge and angle them down like that. I guess these could have been wings, but he needs arms, so the arms were more important, as you can see. Now, as you can see with this guy, it's really hard to get everything situated because it is a very, very finicky figure with a lot of moving parts. But then next we're just going to slide the hands out like that. And then just get everything situated with the chest and upper body. Basically get him standing. Before we get him standing correctly, we're just going to take this plate, slide it down. And then last but not least, just take the legs here and turn them around, hopefully without popping them off. As you can see, like I said, everything here is just very finicky, pops off really easily, but who's really going to be using playtime with this? This is more for like detail and modeling. So just got to get him standing correctly. And here we have Bumblebee from Rise of the Beast in his robot mode, and I don't think it looks half bad, but it's definitely more good than bad. Now, when I was making this in his vehicle mode and just assuming where all the pieces would go in his robot mode, and I think it turned out pretty nice. And of course, the cab part became his stomach, and then the part of the hood became his head, which you'll see here that I couldn't actually add another plate in between his head and his neck here, because if I did, this head would be going up higher than it needed to be, and it wouldn't be able to transform into its car mode correctly. But as you can see, it does not have any wings, so it looks like Bumblebee's gonna need to start drinking some more Red Bull. Actually, no, I don't know if Bumblebee's underage. You shouldn't drink beer. But, yep, he does not have any wings back here. Now, in a little bit, I'll show you what my other initial idea was to make him wings, but then it would have ended up having him losing his chest component, so I'll show you that in just a second. Before I show you how he could have had wings and no chest, first, for articulation, his arms can move forward really just about that much because they go behind his chest, and they can move out, up and out a little bit. His hands move back. They're more claws than they are hands by the way that they're positioned. But I think the legs came out actually pretty nice, and that the tires actually work okay for his feet. Like, they almost act as little stomping boots. And then the headlights and the rear plate became in the back. But let me go ahead and show you what you could have had. My other initial thought for him having wings was first, and that fell out again. First, you would turn this around like that, and then do the same for the other side. Just turn the legs around to this side. This would have been his front, and then hear me out. You slide this down a little bit more there, but yeah, hear me out. You angle the wheel parts out here, and then when it comes to part, you just angle them in the back there like that. And honestly, I don't think it looks too bad, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get that positioned without breaking everything. Okay, I got everything there situated. And then last but not least, just take this shoulder, or this back part, or supposedly back part, and make it his chest. Get everything situated, and this was what we could have ended up with. Now, a reason I didn't do this is because to angle the wings out, the arms would be angled out like this all the time. Now, the back actually looked pretty cool, and the chest doesn't look too bad, but I wanted to have the authentic Bumblebee chest, but then also it looks good with the wings, and I had to go with the authentic Bumblebee chest. So this is basically what it could have been, and this is what it is now. The faceless and now wingless Bumblebee, but it has a pretty nice and decent chest. All in all, I think Bumblebee turned out pretty well, but for comparison, here's Bumblebee from Rise of the Beast next to Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. And I actually think they scale pretty nicely. Like, they're actually kind of in scale this time. Here's Bumblebee next to Bumblebee movie Soundwave. Don't get any of the movie names mixed up. I know it's kind of hard to keep track with all of the Transformers movies and figures. But yeah, that's pretty much it for comparison. But after articulation and comparison, this is just about the end of our video. Now, another thing I want to mention to you guys, I pretty much always say, make sure to leave stuff down in the comments below. And I've been looking over my videos, and I've checked on some of the videos, and you know what? I didn't see the comments enabled for a few of my videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that fixed. I'm sorry for the mix-up. I've just been like, put comments, and then I look there's nowhere to put comments. Like, you can email me, but yeah, I will definitely make sure to get all of that covered up. But like I said again, in my previous video for Optimus Prime, Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, I said I will be posting some of my videos that I made a pretty while back ago, like I think around a year or 2 years ago actually. where I just used my desk and my wall to film videos, and also where my voice was very light. So if you missed some of that, I think I have it's either 3 or 4 videos that I will post there. But that's just about it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, subscribe, like the video, and this is IO Builds, signing off.